So picture this. You wake up late for work one day because your alarm doesn't seem to go off at the right time. Even though you know for a fact last night that you set it at the right time, for some reason this morning it does not go off at the right time, so you're waking up late. Now you're in a panic, now you're in a rush, now you're in a frenzy. You try to go and get into the shower. You get into the shower, for some reason the water ain't turning hot. You're taking an involuntary cold shower. That's adding more time onto your schedule. Now you're even more late. All right, strike two. You try to go into your bedroom and try to put on some clothes. You want to find your favorite sweater because it's a little chilly today. You're looking for your favorite sweater. For some reason, you just can't find it. It is nowhere to be found. You know what I'm saying? Laundry gnomes then took it. It's gone. You just have no idea where your favorite sweater is. So now you got to put on something random. That's taking even more time. Now you're trying to rush and get something to eat. You got one piece of bread. One piece of bread. You put it in the toaster. Now you're going to go look for your keys real quick because you need to be able to just get up and go. You go back to the toaster. For some reason, it burnt your bread. You have burnt toast. A charred piece of bread. You got burnt toast now. And obviously, you can't eat that. So you throw it out and you get in your car and you hustle to try to get to work. And you're extremely frustrated. You're super frustrated, right? Because it seems like every single thing that could possibly go wrong that morning was going wrong. Murphy's Law was in full effect. You was just experiencing every single wrong thing that could possibly happen. But you're on your hustle. You're trying to get to work. So you take your first left turn and then you go down that street that you normally go down. You're getting ready to take your next left turn. And all of a sudden you realize there's this huge 5-car pileup, a big old accident. A bunch of cars in an accident. What happened? Who knows what happened? But guess what? In that moment, you realize really quickly that every single frustrating thing that happened to you that morning, every single thing that felt like it was going wrong was actually going right. And according to divine timing, because guess what? They all halted you. They all delayed you in time from being a part of that accident. It's exactly where you would be driving. It's exactly where you would be going. The exact route that you would take. And moments away from when it would have happened to you. You know for a fact that it's fresh because the fire department, the ambulance, they still on their way. You can still smell the smoke. You can still smell the rubble. You know what I'm saying? People getting carried out, all kind of craziness. But you avoided it. You're not a part of it. Why aren't you a part of it? You aren't a part of it because of that burnt toast, because of some charred bread, because of all these minor inconveniences that was pissing you off in the moment. But you could be thankful for it afterwards, and that's not to belittle whatever happened to all those people. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to only be thankful for your fortune based on someone else's misfortune. But at the same time, you got to be thankful. You got to be grateful and be like, yo, all these little things that I thought were really just making my day worse were actually making my day a lot better. Wow, these inconveniences, these things that I thought were inconvenient, they weren't inconvenient at all. In accordance to divine timing, they saved me. It was annoying at the time, but they saved me. Burnt toast theory is the concept that all these seemingly negative, seemingly annoying, seemingly inconvenient things that can happen to us in life can actually be leading us towards a positive outcome. It may not seem like it in the moment, but all these little things that keep on happening that might seem as if it's just going wrong are actually going right. It's based on the idea that all these minor inconveniences, like a charred piece of bread, could lead to a chain of delays that prevent you from being in the wrong place at the wrong time. And divine timing is the idea that everything in life is happening at the exact time, in the exact moment that it needs to be happening, even if that's not going according to your personal plan or schedule, or even if it doesn't even make sense. It's perfect timing for what it is supposed to be. Divine timing is just the belief that everything is happening right when it's supposed to. And if you believe in divine timing, then you believe that everything that happens is either for your protection or for your redirection. Now, in the car crash scenario, obviously divine timing is working towards your protection. But what does it look like when divine timing is working to redirect you in the right direction? Well, picture this. You wake up on a Sunday morning, you want to fix yourself some breakfast, you only got one piece of bread left, you put it in your toaster, right? For some reason, your toaster malfunctions and you got a burnt piece of toast. Voila, another piece of burnt toast, another charred bread, right? You can't eat that, so obviously you got to figure out what else you're going to eat. So for whatever reason, you get this idea that pops in your mind like, hey, there is that cafe down the street that I've been meaning to check out for a very long time. Why don't I go there today? So you walk over to the cafe, you go inside, you order yourself a chai latte and a scone, you get into a nice little heated, insulated area next to a window, you sit down, you're feeling good, everything feels great. Next thing you know, somebody sits next to you. You look over to them, you find this person to be extremely attractive, and then all of a sudden they start a conversation with you. Next thing you know, you found the love of your life. You know what I'm saying? All of a sudden you just found the father of your kids, the mother of your kids, sitting next to you at this cafe that you only went into because of a burnt piece of toast. It was redirection. Divine timing has caused for you to be redirected into a new direction that is a better direction. Forget that toast, man. That toast wasn't going to serve you. But guess what? That minor inconvenience, that charred piece of bread, something going wrong that morning, led to you meeting somebody that you were going to love for the rest of your life because of a charred piece of bread. Because something went wrong, because something was not exactly how I planned it to be. Sometimes you got to understand that you need to relinquish control over everything. Everything ain't always going to go right. Everything's always not going to go perfect. And sometimes things not going perfect is actually working out in your favor. Embrace life's frustrations. Embrace when things don't go right. Just believe that God is in your favor. Believe that God, the universe, source, is working for you, is working to help you get wherever you need to go. To do all these little things that might seem like an inconvenience to you in the moment. But it's actually helping you. It's actually working towards a better life for you. Accept the things that you can't control. Understand that sometimes things can be inconvenient, but it's inconvenient for you, not against you. Look, you either believe that the universe has your back or you don't. You either have faith or you don't. You know what I'm saying? You got to walk around with the emotional conviction, with the belief that everything that is happening to me is happening for me. That the universe has got my back. The universe got me. God got me. You got to walk around with this belief like everything that happens, no matter how frustrating, no matter how inconvenient, it's leading me towards where I'm supposed to go. Every path that I'm taking is leading me to my destination. Look, everything that seems like a setback is not always a setback. Sometimes it's you getting a chance to redirect yourself. Because the thing I want you to really realize is that in these scenarios that I just explained to you, you actually see the benefit of the burnt toast. You get to see what you were protected from, or you get to see what you were redirected to. But you won't always get that visual. You won't always know. Sometimes something is going to happen to you that is frustrating, that is annoying, that seems inconvenient. And you won't know why it happened. You know what I'm saying? It's going to happen to you, and you're not going to always know immediately why it happened. And sometimes you may never know. Sometimes there's always going to be a mystery. But you got to walk around with the belief that, hey, this inconvenient thing, it saved me from something. You're not always going to see that car crash. You're not always going to see that perfect love of your life. Sometimes that inconvenience is going to happen, and you are being protected from something, and you are being redirected into something else. But you won't know. So when that happens, when you're having these frustrations, when you're enduring the frustrations of life, just believe deep down to your core, in your heart, there's a reason why this happened. I'm not here to judge. I'm not here to pick it apart. I'm not here to try to figure it out. All I know is everything that happens is working for me. It's working with me. It's not working against me. That's the belief you got to have in your head. That's how you got to be. You know what I'm saying? Be Delulu about it. Be Delulu. It's what the young girls say. Be Delulu till it's the Salulu. Sometimes life is going to throw you curveballs. Sometimes you're going to have to just embrace the frustration. Sometimes you're just going to have to endure all of these inconveniences that happen in life. And you're going to be questioning why. You're not going to understand why. But that's not the point. That's not the point. You know what I'm saying? You're going to endure these frustrations. You're going to be sitting there thinking to yourself, like, why isn't this working out? I'm putting my all into it. Why isn't it working out? Why is this happening to me? Why does it seem like things are going wrong? Why isn't it going according to plan? Why? Forget the why. Forget the why. Sometimes it's not for you to understand. Sometimes what seems like a minor inconvenience is saving you from a major problem, a major tragedy. And you'll never know. You'll never know. But you're being saved. You're being protected. And sometimes you're just being redirected. Sometimes you think, you feel, you believe that you're going in the right direction. You think you're doing the right thing. But you're actually not. You're actually not. And you're being saved. You're being saved. You're being redirected into the direction that you're supposed to go in by something going wrong, by something not working out. Sometimes you need to accept it. Sometimes a rejection is actually a redirection. Listen, you don't know the master plan. You don't know the bigger picture. You don't know the plan that the universe has for you, that source has for you, that God has for you. You don't know. And sometimes God's plan is way bigger, way better, way more immaculate than anything you ever could have came up with, anything you could have conceptualized. And sometimes something has to go wrong in order for that to go right. Sometimes temporary frustration is saving you from grand misfortune. Everything ain't always going to go the way you think that it's supposed to go. Sometimes it's going to be annoying. Sometimes it's going to be frustrating. Sometimes it's going to be hard to accept. But it's working with you. It's not working against you. Divine timing is stating that everything is supposed to happen exactly when it's supposed to. Which means, hey, if something ain't happening yet, it ain't supposed to happen yet. If it never happens, it wasn't supposed to happen. Accept that temporary frustration. Accept your burnt toast. Accept your charred bread. It could save your life. It could save your life, or it could make your life. You could meet the love of your life because of a charred piece of bread. So surrender your control. Accept all these little things that keep on annoying you and frustrating you. Accept these minor inconveniences. Accept the frustrations of life. Because a lot of times, it's actually helping you. And always remember, no matter what, everything is going according to God's plan. So just sit back, relax, and accept your fate. But hey, that's all I really wanted to say to you today. I hope this message finds you well. I hope that it put things into perspective. I hope that it helps you to understand that sometimes you just got to accept these little annoying, frustrating moments and just be like, wow, you know what? It's probably saving me from something. Because most of the time it is. But you know what I'm saying? I hope that this was a great video for you. I hope you liked it. And I just got to tell you, as usual, I truly, really appreciate you from the bottom of my heart, because realistically, you could be anywhere in the world. You could be anywhere in the world, but you're here with me. And I appreciate that. So much love. I hope to see you in the next one. All right, peace.